How did Tony Stark make a gauntlet just like the Infinity Gauntlet? Let's break it down. Each the Dwarf created a godlike legendary gauntlet to hold the stone, so how could Tony compete with that? Well, number one, it's Tony Stark. Don't ever bet against him. Also remember that Tony Stark has experience with all the stones. He helped in the creation of Vision, who harbored the Mind Stone, which came from the scepter, and Tony has data and research on all of this. And the Tesseract, which had been studied by S.H.I.E.L.D. for years, that's basically a family heirloom for Tony. He's got all the stats. And how to handle the Mind Stone? You know, he talked to Doctor Strange about that. And of course people get worried and say, well, what about the Power Stone? That thing's unruly. It's absolutely true, but when you get all the stones together, they act a little bit differently. They behave together and operate based on the mind of the person using them. And Tony Stark started learning about all these factors. He also learned that the stones have a mental connection to the user, which is why they wouldn't let Thor be one of the people to snap and bring everybody back. Thor's mind was not in the right place. He might have made a huge mistake when he did the snap. Tony had great knowledge of many of the stones. He knew that mentally, when they're all together, they respond to the mind of the thinker and the user, and he put all this knowledge into building his gauntlets.